I don't know if we'll ever see a day like that again, but one people, one voice, with one purpose, basically just to get our message across. And I think it came to the stage where people just felt like enough is enough.
So I'll tell you the song that was playing when the fire started. Kingdom rise and kingdom fall. How poignant. Kingdom rise and kingdom fall. And then all of a sudden you start smelling, is that the amplifier burning? All of a sudden I just start seeing more and more smoke coming out, and I just turned around and ran back upstairs and started shouting fire. There's probably about 80 people left in this house and nobody ain't taking no notice. Next thing I know, the fire's coming up the stairs. We're trapped. And all hell broke loose from there. I remember people at the windows, there's loads of people trying to get out. And you literally had people grabbing other people back and throwing them out of the way, trying to get out the window. And I remember doing this. And it felt like I had grit or sand on my face. But that was my skin that I was rubbing off my face where it was so hot. People's skin was just peeling back. Between the heat and the smoke, people just started falling, and that was it. It went and it happened so quickly it wasn't real.
My girlfriend saw a picture circulated on social media which had a picture of the victims. And she noticed a face which looked very similar to mine. She sent me the picture and said, "Are you related to this guy?" And I said, "Yeah, that's my uncle." My uncle's name was Peter Campbell, and he lost his life in the New Cross fire. My grandma believes, and I think a lot of people who, either survivors or parents of survivors, who just grew around that area knew it wasn't an accident. But one thing I can say from talking to people who lived around that time, my whole family are from the New Cross, Brockley, Lewisham area, is that it was a huge National Front presence. There was a huge far-right presence. There's definitely a feeling that in this particular instance, it extended to someone committing arson.
And I totally disagree with the racist attack. Somebody started that fire from inside. I've worked with the forensics, I've worked with the police. The fire was started in the basement by a naked flame, and it was something that happened and it just went too far. I think it was 2 weeks after the New Cross fire, there was a fire in Ireland in a disco. The royal family was on the aeroplane in Ireland going to see all of these people in hospital. When we got hurt, no royal family came to see us. No royal family said anything to us. There weren't no letters of condolences sent to our parents. We've had 2 or 3 court cases. Nothing's come out of them. There's no compensation being given. There's people out there that can't work because of this damn fire.
I lost an uncle that I never met, and there's no closure with that. The other thing is that my grandma, who's been campaigning for decades, she never had any closure. She lost her son.
Still got a hole in the bottom of my foot that won't heal up. I had 140 skin grafts.
This T-shirt is almost 40 years old, and it's very significant from the day we'd had these done to we're on the march, and basically the slogan on it, 13 dead and nothing said, speaks for itself. I don't know if we'll ever see a day like that again, but one people, one voice, with one purpose, basically just to get our message across. And I think it came to the stage where people just felt like enough is enough.
As a black man, I am so proud of that day. It wasn't just a great day for black people, it was a great day for Britain. Because on that day, Britain showed the rest of the world that, we ain't having it no more.
The atmosphere was quite charged. People were out for a cause. The police force didn't expect to see so many people out that day. They were not prepared.
When the march is coming along Fleet Street, which was at the time the headquarters of our newspapers, all of our newspapers, and you've got the reporters hanging out the windows calling us monkeys and go home. The same reporters that are writing the stories. I lay in my hospital bed and they showed it like it was a coronation the whole day. I lay in my hospital bed in Greenwich District Hospital smiling. We brought London to a standstill.
I think it's important that this isn't forgotten, particularly in the context of 2020, where we see it reflected in Grenfell, for instance, another huge fire which mostly affected sort of ethnic minority communities, certainly communities who aren't as affluent. There clearly hasn't been enough awareness or enough emphasis on the injustice aspect of what's happened, and that's meant it's gone, for the most part, unnoticed by people of my generation.
The story of the T-shirt and the fire, my children know about, and I also plan to tell my grandchildren about that day in history and the significance of the T-shirt and why I've held on to it.
If telling this story can make one person, one white person turn around and look at a black person differently, one black person turn around and look at a white person differently, you know what? Something good's come out of it. And that's all I want.